Oi! Hello, my fellow vapors. Welcome to another show of Beats and Clouds. I am your host, Vinnie, and with me tonight is Panic, the DJ, Vapor, Irata. There's a whole bunch of lag happening over here. Anyways, let's see if we can get through it tonight. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. We are live. It is Monday, 9 p.m. Standard Eastern Time, and it's, you know what? The weather is looking up. It's getting a little better.
It is.
I was gonna say it's looking a little better in my neck of the woods, but I'm not about to speak on your behalf. I'm sure.
Oh man.
I'm sure
it's like with wind chill, it was like minus 50 at times this week.
Wow, dude, that is insane. that's stupid crazy. Thank you so much for everybody who's tuning in tonight. We want to thank Apothecary, our lovely sponsor. They are a distributor of fine electronic cigarettes and mods and juices and all kinds of vaping essentials. You can hit them up on Facebook. Check them out. They got all kinds of really cool product right now. That's Apothecary on Facebook. How is all my VapeStrong people? Are you guys still vaping strong though? That's what I want to know. We are on VapeStrong right now. You got 1 hour to vape the hell out of your device. Just vape it, kick back, grab a beer or an A-case case, a fucking mini Bubba. Guy sits with 5 liters of beer in a mug. I have never seen a mug that big. Anyways. That's a lot of beer. Panic, how you doing, man? How's your week been? I see that you've somewhat settled into your lab or
somewhat, yeah.
Music mixing facility.
Yeah. I'll take this other camera. I've got a little side camera here. I'll show you around the studio a little bit. So over here, I've got some synthesizers. And then over here, I've got my speakers. And they're probably all out of focus. So yeah, I've finally set up the studio, and I'm trying to get these cameras to work well.
That's very cool, man. Very cool. I like the whole dual camera thing you got going on. But you know what, man? Here's the thing. We gotta get you set up with, digital turntables. I understand the whole EDM thing, and I understand the whole, but we gotta set you
controllerism,
up.
Versus turntablism.
That's what I'm saying. Is we need some turntableism, or some chaosolating-ism happening.
Chaosolating-ism.
If you're just dragging your finger on a chaosolator pad or something and just showing us some.
These fun things.
Oh, that's cool, man. Why don't you go nuts on that, dude? Go plug in, dude. Plug that in.
I would love to. I need to set it up for DJing. Right now it's set up for producing. But
that is very cool. We have some really cool people joining us in the chat tonight. This is really cool. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. What you're going to do is you're going to hook that thing up to whatever music you got going on right now, and you're gonna give us a finger demo, because it's like a finger pad, right? That's what that thing is.
Yeah, more or less.
All right, man.
I can't hook this up right now, but because I have to load other software.
Boo. fucking boo. All right, better have that thing up fucking ready for next show, because I want to see that thing in action. What is up, people? What is up? So, vape mail and vape things. I think I'm still broadcasting, but Panic might have dropped out. I don't know. Yeah, he's probably out of here. He'll come back in. Anyways,
Hello?
so are you back?
Maybe.
All right, here we go. He's back.
My internet connection entirely just died on me.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's all good. Lady
And
B.
I don't see them.
Lady
What?
B13, welcome to the chat. We have a first-time VapeStrong person in the chat tonight, tuning into the show. I don't even think this person knows what the electronic cigarette community is all about, but let's give them a very warm welcome. Welcome, Lady B, to the chat. Welcome to the show. Just talking about electronic cigarettes, random things. So, Panic, how has your vape mail week been like, man?
Really good. Really good.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
You know what? I watched the Rip Trippers did a review of this a while ago, probably about a week and a half ago, and I was like, I really like the look of it, and I was trying really, really hard not to get like gear lust for it because it looks so nice. And I watched his review, and he's way over the top about everything he reviews, and he's saying how awesome it is and all this. But I sat back and I thought to myself, you know what? I really like the way it looks, and I really like the aesthetic of it. And it's a limited number being made, that sort of thing. So I went ahead and I bought myself the Panzer Blackhawk.
Blackhawk down.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Sick.
Yeah, it's nice. I ended up with number 399 out of, I don't know. I think they've been doing more and more and more, even though it's supposed to be limited. But I like it. It's one of my harder hitting mods at this point. It is actually as good, if not better than what he said. I don't know if I would say it's better than what he said how it was, but I really really enjoy it. So, and it's black, and I like that.
Very nice, man. So it's just like standard 18650 telescoping tube. How does that work? Does it come with like different tubes?
It's not telescoping.
Okay.
I'll take the top cap off here. I've got one of my Omegas on it here. So there's the top cap with the Omega. And then it's modular. So then there's this piece, and then there's another piece. And you can move them around, put them on the bottom or the top. You can change the way it looks depending on how you got them. I've got an 18650 Sony in here.
Nice.
Screw that down.
Nice. It seems fairly small for an 18650 mod, though.
It's not small.
It's not?
No, it's
Give
huge.
us a comparison. Give us a comparison with something.
So let me see here. An Enzonic in 18650 is ever so slightly taller. And I can't see the screen. There we go. The Enzonic in 18650 is a little bit taller. And I need to grab another track here.
And he's trying to mix at the same time. So the Enzonic is a little taller. Okay, yeah. You know what, man? I didn't really like my Enzonic. I got rid of it.
Did you?
I got it. I test ran it for I think like 24, 48 hours, and then it sat in the box. That's all it did. Just
nice.
I just didn't like it. I don't know, man. It felt really flimsy to me. Like it's a nice mod. I mean, it's a nice mod. I like some heft. I'm not gonna lie. I like a hefty mod.
It's a hefty mod for sure.
Oh yeah.
If you like heavy mods, you will love the Blackhawk. So here's my 69 with which is about the same size. 69 with the Origin, virtually the same. And I don't know if you can see that it's much thicker too.
Yeah, yeah. Does look heftier. So definitely, for sure.
It's a nice heavy mod, and that black finish is really, really nice.
Very cool, man. Very cool. What else you get? Anything else?
Yeah, actually. So a while back, I got the Silverback by Planet of the Vapes and Vicious Ant, and it came with this pin, this button, and just today, courtesy Amber at Apothecary and Cold Turkey, I got the new button with the ventilation so that if my battery vents, it doesn't explode all over my face.
Good stuff, man. Very cool.
So, yeah, and that works really well.
Very cool. Well, in other news,
there
was a sad story last week.
Oh no, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
a very sad story. Unfortunately, we had a death in the family. And my poor Hannah mods bit the dust. Totally dead. Just died out of nowhere. It's in mint freaking condition. I've been so careful with this thing. No drops, no crazy nothing. The connector is still flawless on it. Like, I mean, it's just still a brand new device, and it died.
Did you put the battery in upside down or anything, or it just?
No, dude. No. Trust me. I went through this with Hannah on the phone.
Oh no.
They insisted on doing troubleshooting. So, you know, I guess they have to assume that everybody who buys the mod doesn't know what they're doing, right? They would have to assume that. So, the kind of shit, you know, that they took me through in terms of troubleshooting, I'm just sitting there like, I just want to smash my head off the wall. Just like.
Have you tried turning it off and then on again?
I'm gonna kill you. I was gonna honestly, man, like this guy was getting to me. I was just like, dude, it doesn't work. So after a vigorous 20 minutes of troubleshooting, he was like, all right, I'll email you the procedure to send it back. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm back to my V1.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much a dinosaur at this stage, but I mean, it hits, man. It's never let me down. It's never failed. I can't complain. I got a wicked what's it called? Science of Vaping glass tank on order. That's cool.
What is that?
For the K Fun. It's a wow.
Oh yeah.
It's a glass tank conversion for the K Fun, which is really nice. I made the list on that, so I got a whole bunch of them coming. I don't even know. I think I maxed out like how much I was allowed. I think I maxed that all out. So that's really cool. And I mean, if you guys have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, Science of Vaping on Facebook. I have no idea where they're from. I have no clue who they are. All I know is that they make some really cool products. Custom top caps, extension tanks, glass conversion kits. air reducing chambers, like really the science of vaping.
Cool. That's awesome. So glass tank for your K-Fun, eh? Is it like a mini tank, like to make your K-Fun smaller, or do they have those?
Yeah, I got both. So they had
nice
the mini tank conversion, and they had like what is like the M tank, but glass, and a couple of other different swap outs. Like you can swap the top cap. Top cap will allow you to hold a certain more amount of e-liquid. It's just really, you know what, they've gone into the fine details of really good atomizers and mods, and you know that one thing that it was missing to just make it perfect, they've gone ahead and engineered something like that, right? So
cool. I actually just placed an order for some of the Capital Vapes top caps for a couple of my addies. They have a new, I think it's called the Halo. It gives you airflow control for the IGOs, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's very cool, man.
Yeah,
that's very
I just rebuilt my IGO W today. I actually rebuilt everything today, and it's vaping really, really good.
What do you like? You rebuild your stuff like once a week or something?
When I feel like it. I just had the urge. I also ordered 500 feet of 26 gauge. So I'm trying to use up some of my older Canthal. But yeah, I just rebuild when I feel like it. A lot of times I don't have to rebuild for weeks at a time, but I just felt like it today.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck, I have to replace my cotton like every 2-3 days, man.
Oh, I replace my cotton every day or two.
Yeah.
But I don't
generally Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, my coils stick for like a month at least. Recently, anyways. I mean, it's quite the learning process.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get into rebuildables, it really is an art, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
It really is an art. It's not so much, you know, my brain just gets like, I'm like, I can't even say one thing to describe once you start getting into rebuilding, from making the transition, you know, because we all started with, you know, wanting to find a healthier alternative, right? But I find that that's not really the case right now. That's not really the case right now. I feel like a couple of months ago, it was all about, you know, finding a healthier alternative. Now, I feel like there's a lot of people that just kind of jump into the vaping game and just like, oh, I'm an occasional cigar smoker. Bam, drop like $700, grab like the sickest mech mod, sickest rebuildable, and just go through an entire journey of trying to figure out how that works, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple
the hobby aspect of it is definitely what's hooked me the most. Well, obviously, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, which is a huge plus for vaping. But yeah, the hobby aspect of rebuilding and that whole side of things, I just love it. I love rebuilding.
Yeah, it really is an art, man. I mean, it's something you enjoy. You know what I mean? If you're rebuilding your coils and you're really just hating life as you do it just to get a vape, then rebuilding is really not for you. I mean, when I sit down, it's almost like a ritual. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I got my little screwdriver, I got my wire, got my this, got my that, my Addy's super clean, polished up, you know, get a Q-tip, get in there, every single little crevice, you know, clean out the char. Like, it's really like, you got to pay attention to your stuff. But all of that being said, I love rebuilding. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Scorp, Scorp asked the question, what ohms do you guys usually vape on a mech? And you know what, Scorp? A lot of people at that question will tell you, well, it's all subjective. I mean, it's how you like your vape. And you know what? That's very true. You know, you just have to wrap a couple of different coils and vape them all until you find one that really works. And what I can tell you from experience is that, for 6 or 7 months, a 1.3 ohm coil might be just hitting the spot for you, but suddenly, you either want to go higher or lower. Suddenly it's not cutting the job anymore. It's not doing the job. So, you start switching it up. I think that's a lot like everybody, man. You know what I mean? Like, depending. Sometimes I'll go as low as a 0.5. My sweet spot is around 0.9. I like my coils at between 0.8 and 0.9. But sometimes I go down to 0.5. You know what I mean? It all depends on what kind of a vape you're looking for. If you're looking for an intense vape, then the juice plays into that, the mechanical plays into that, the type of battery you're using, the type of atomizer, every single last little detail. So I don't know. Panic is at what? 0.3, 0.5? Is that what you were saying?
0.3 to 0.5 generally. I sometimes dip to about 0.2. Depends on the build. Yeah, it all depends on the build for sure. I was actually really hesitant for the longest time to do a quad coil, and I did one of those the other day on my iGo, but I actually pulled it out and I went back to a dual coil just because quad coil was just way too warm.
Damn. Yeah, I tried quad coil. I tried doing a diamond coil. I don't know if you remember that? I don't know. I seen a Rip Trippers.
Yeah, I remember you did that.
I seen a Rip Trippers video and I was like, diamond coil? Come on. What the fuck is going on here? Well, I made it. It was alright. It was good, man. It was a good vape. That was a good vape.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a fan of super intense, crazy vapes. So other than that, we have started looking into physical store locations.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah. So it is official. We are opening.
Have you ordered the VTC 5s yet?
No. The VTC 5s, dude, it's probably the exact same battery, man. Like, seriously, VTC 5?
It's 2600 mAh. Yeah. Thunderhead's mentioning it in the chat right now.
Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. Definitely gonna have to talk to the distributor about that. But yeah, all kinds of product is on order. But we are opening up. We are opening up a store. It's in the works right now. We're in the middle of, working out all the little details. We have a couple of places in mind, and it's definitely going to be downtown Burlington, in the province of Ontario, which is the Greater Toronto area. So that's cool. We'll keep you guys updated on that. All kinds of new product coming to cold turkey. Some are going up on the site. Some will only be sold in the store. But stuff like batteries and things like that, I think we'll get them up on the site. But yeah, I'm definitely looking at that DTC 5. Thank you. DTC 5, 2600 milliamp hours. Wow.
Yeah. Now what I want them to do is make a damn 18350 that has 30 amps. If they can get 2600 mAh out of a 18650 and keep it at 30 amps, there's no reason why we shouldn't have 18350s at 30 amps at this point.
Yeah, I feel like we just keep pushing it, man. And
yeah.
And one day we're just gonna push it over the edge, man.
Sorry, I missed that.
One day we're gonna push it right over the edge, dude. You know what I mean? One day we're gonna push it so far that it's just gonna... No battery's gonna be good anymore, you know what I mean? They're just gonna be all fucking like...
Well, the reason why we can vape in the first place is because of electric cars and things like that. But the Tesla cars actually take 18650s, about 7,000 of them, but...
What?
So, yeah, the Tesla electric cars take 18650s.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, not at all.
I want the 18650 that goes in that car.
You want to go down to a Panasonic?
Are they Panasonic though, or are they AWs, dude?
Panasonic or it could be Sanyo.
No, it can't be, dude.
It's not a very...
No, listen, it can't be because AWs are the safest battery on the market. Okay? Only battery anybody should ever be using is an AW battery. You know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing that bullshit. That was sarcasm, by the way. It's all good, bro. Continue. Please, continue. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, on the... if you go to the Wikipedia page for the Tesla cars, it mentions that they take 18650s. They use them in a giant battery pack, but... And they're all welded together and shit, so...
That's crazy, though, man.
Yep.
18650s.
Yeah.
It's really cool, man. You know what? Before all this vaping stuff, I never really paid attention to batteries, man. You know what I mean? Like, I never knew anything about batteries. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, and now, like, every vapor that vapes sub-ohm should go to, what is that, batteryuniversity.com? Something like that. Because you really need to learn a lot about why we vape at certain amp ratings and all that sort of stuff. If you guys haven't done that and you're vaping sub-ohm, I urge you to please research some battery safety. At the very least, go to the Battery University. What is that webpage?
University, huh? I never even heard of it.
Yeah. Batteryuniversity.com, yeah.
So yeah, man, I don't know. I'm super stoked, dude. Super stoked. We're so excited to fucking open this store up. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Man, you don't even know, dude. You don't even know the amount of pickups that we have now. It's like so stupid. It's so stupid. It's crazy. Like, we don't even offer a pickup option.
Yeah.
But you know, because I'm such a nice guy, you know, my phone number got out into the market. I have no idea.
Oh, really?
I have no idea how that happened. And dude, one person passed it on to the other person, passed it on to the other person. You know, call them up, be like, yo, just call them up, be super nice, and, you know, ask him to pick up your package. He's not going to say no. And then it just started happening, dude. Oh, hey, my name is this. I just placed an order. I live in Burlington. Do you mind if I come pick it up? It's just like... Here's the issue. There's a fundamental problem with picking up your package if you pay me via PayPal. The only way that I can ensure my package or my money, I'm thinking business-wise, okay?
Yeah,
is if I provide you with a tracking number to prove that there's product out in the mail for you, right? Because anybody can just place an order via PayPal and then apparently go home and cancel it, and then that's that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's no proof, right? There's no proof of anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, anyways, So that's why we're, you know what, we're like, you know what, let's just open up a store. You know, all these guys, girls, gals, peoples will love it. You know, they'll come by, they'll hang out. We're gonna have a little lounge area. You know, we're gonna have a vape bar. We're gonna have a lounge. We're gonna have a massive flat screen TV, possibly a PS3 hooked up to it. I don't know. So it's gonna be a cool spot for sure. Thanks for the tip. What are we talking about? Did I miss something?
I don't know what Thunderhead's talking about, but oh, is Solo here? Hi, Solo.
Oh, hey, so
But Scorp was saying he wished he lived up here because the bottle you sent him was great, and I said he should order some. You do ship international, right? So
yeah, where is Scorp? Is Scorp from the States?
I don't know.
Panda's here too. I didn't even notice Panda was here.
God, I love this juice. Also, in my package that I got from Cold Turkey and Apothecary, Vinnie sent me some Silly Peach as well.
Nice. Nice.
Because he's such a nice guy.
I'm such a nice guy. Oh my god. Jesus. So nice.
And he makes some sweet juice.
Yep.
I love tasting Vinnie's juice.
So, okay, you know what? I want to ask you guys, I want to ask your opinion on something. I want to ask everybody's opinion on something. Here's the thing. So, we have about 3 or 4 recipes that we're going to incorporate into the cold turkey juice line, the cold turkey juice. Now, these recipes take a long time to get right, according to my taste buds anyways. So there's a lot of thought put into these juices, okay? A lot of ratios, a lot of different testing with different flavors and multi-leveled flavored or profiled juices, okay? Now, what I was thinking was releasing mini lines of juice. And I'm not quite sure how to like work it out or how to figure it out, but it would be created by Cold Turkey Juice Labs, and we could possibly, you know, put Cold Turkey Juice Labs on like the label or whatever. But what I want to do is say, I don't want to give away too much, but it's a really neat idea that I have, and I don't want anybody taking it away. So what I want to do is I want to create mini juice lines, like a juice line that would have only 5 juices in it, but it would be a themed juice line that you can get year-round. You know what I mean? It would be a themed juice line, 5 juices, very, very unique flavors, and a whole play on the theme in terms of those juice. Now, created by Cold Turkey Juice Labs, but not in the Cold Turkey Juice line. Does that make any sense to anybody? Is it only making sense in my head? I can't figure it out.
Maybe.
Because you would assume that if I'm going to create 5 more juices, you might as well put it in the Cold Turkey Juice line. Like, why wouldn't you do that, right?
Yeah. Well, what you could make like you could make it like another like line of juice. Like, are you saying like
no?
To make
Here's
a
the thing.
No,
here's the thing. I don't want to be like one of those shady dudes that like. And let me tell you, I'm looking at you right in the eyes, all of you. There are certain manufacturers out there that create many different juice lines and market it under different company names.
Well, that's like what's it called? The Standard and is it Jameson's?
Yeah, like, exactly. Do exactly like what they did.
Yeah,
exactly. Because they're not secretive about it. You know what I mean? Like it's a very well-known fact that the same mixologists created all 3 lines, right? So
yeah,
something along those lines. only because I want to create different themes. You know what I mean? Like cold turkey is like,
Yep.
it's a brand. You know what I mean? It's cold turkey.
Yeah.
I don't want to have like 30, 40 different flavors in cold turkey. I don't want to overwhelm people. Just very, unique, different flavors nobody has tasted before. So I want to keep those very limited to maybe 15 max in the line. And then create a separate line, but not just a line of juice, like an entire concept. You know what I mean? Like a theme.
Are you saying like maybe different types of like ice cream vapes?
Here.
Or different like.
Exactly. But here, I'll give you an idea.
Like
a Star Wars theme.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like call it the Star Juice or something. I don't know. Like, just to give you an idea, it won't be Star Wars, but it'll like kind of like that, like a Star Wars theme where you have like an R2-D2 lubricating fluid, C3PO fucking brain elixir, or like Jabba the Hutt's like daily bread, or you know what I mean, like have like different juices that would represent a certain flavor and or memory related back to Star Wars kind of thing, but in a completely different concept. Do I sound crazy?
A little bit, but
do I sound crazy?
I'm trying to wrap my head around your thought.
You see, that's the
thing.
And
I understand what you're saying.
Jabba the Hutt, exactly.
Jabba,
dude. That's what I'm talking about. But no,
bakery.
it's not a shady thing, man. It's not a shady thing. Like, it's the creativity, and I feel like cold turkey is on such an insane like path of momentum, kind of like the juggernaut, man. You know what I mean? Like it's just going crazy, moving so quickly, and I feel like there's a couple of really cool recipes in my back pocket that we're gonna introduce, one very soon, and then the next one in a couple of months, like 3, 4, 5, 6 months time. Like I don't want to overwhelm the people's taste buds. Like I just want to like periodically release one juice.
Please go ahead and overwhelm my taste buds.
No. I hate that. You know what? I am not one for massive selection, and I really don't like that. Me personally, I hate going to a website and seeing fruit, tobacco, this. I understand that's the concept of e-juice and everybody's doing it. But if you've been on coldturkeyjuice.com, and I'm not saying that's the only way to do it, it's just my way. It's just the way I want to do it is not have different categories. I just want to have one category. And that category is, even if it's the shittiest juice you ever tasted, you've never tasted anything like it.
Well, you could do like cold turkey classics and have your main ones, right? And then you could do like cold turkey something else. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, exactly. But I just, I mean, I have a couple of ideas. I'm gonna see about possibly implementing one of them. Maybe just do it out of the store for now, and see how people like it. I mean, it's definitely gonna be. I'm gonna do another juice line. It's gonna be 5 juices in the line. They're just going to be a very specific type of juice, and will cater to a very specific type of market. Hey, Ghost. And so I think I'll test run it out of the store and see how people respond to it. I mean, obviously, if they ask where it's from, it's a juice created by us. Just different flavor profile, different theme. Maybe something, I think would not fit with the cold turkey juice line. But anyways, whatever, man. So, you know what, dude? I was going through some videos from back a couple weeks or a couple months, and I came across a video where you were talking about releasing a dripper, or working on a dripper.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that?
Right now I'm working on the technical drawings for the manufacturer. It hasn't been built yet. They're just waiting on those drawings from me, which is a lot more technical and complicated than I ever thought I would need to do. I figured, just make the make the 3D files and give it to them in a format that they can use, and they can just build me the thing. And no, it's a lot more involved than that, and it's a learning curve. I've been working in 3D software for years and years and years. Not nearly as much as Stash used to, but and so I know how to build things in 3 dimensions and that sort of thing. But I didn't know that I needed to provide these 2-dimensional, really technical drawings with precise dimensions and all this other stuff. I figured if the precise dimensions are in the 3D model, they can just put it in their thing and go. But no. So it's coming. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take for me to finish these drawings at this point. And then I'll submit that to the guys that are yeah, a lot different.
That's cool, man. That's cool. You gotta get that. You gotta get the ball rolling on that, dude. I want to see that dripper. I want the first one. So.
What's your favorite number?
69.
And if you say one, what's that?
What? Never mind. That was an AK thing to say. Low blow. What's my favorite number? You know what? My favorite number is 8. You know why? It'll take you one guess.
Why is that? Because it's infinity?
Because it's infinite, bro. It's infinite.
Yeah.
Vaping, my vaping addiction is infinite. So it needs to be represented by the number 8. But you know what though? If you're gonna get them engraved and stuff, yo, you gotta do some serious engraving, bro. You gotta put my turkey on the dripper, dude. I don't get a number, bro. I get like exclusive shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's exclusive. And I will pay the premium price to have my turkey engraved on.
Okay.
Speaking of that, fuck it. The first 50 that you produce, I will buy.
Yep.
I will like them serialized, and I want the face of my turkey on it, and I will sell it out of my store. The first 50.
And with your turkey on it, on all the first 50.
On all the first 50, my turkey on it and serialized. So from 1 to 50.
They're going to be serialized for sure if this ever gets off the ground. But we'll see. I've got some artwork that I think would look really, really snazzy on it. I need to tweak that artwork a little bit, but and the artwork is very Canadian. I'm just going to put that out there. I want this to be Canada's first high-end premium dripping atomizer. It's also a little bit different than a lot of other atomizers, but yeah. But I want this one to be the one that kind of kicks off the whole Canadian mod making community a little bit. We'll see.
That'd be really cool, man. That'd be really cool. Maybe even matching drip tips to go with them.
Ooh.
I got ideas, bro. I got ideas. Ooh. Yo, you haven't picked this brain. I know it don't look like much. But there's some picking to be done in this brain. For sure. All right, man. Well, you know what?
I might commission Kaz to do some drip tips. Because you've got one of his drip tips already, don't you?
No, I don't have one, man. I was supposed to pick it up last Saturday. Was it last Saturday or the Saturday before that? I can't remember. Amber from Apothecary came down to Toronto.
Yep.
I don't know if I spoke about this. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Amber from Apothecary came down to Toronto. She hosted a little meet and greet for all her vendors, which was really cool. We got to meet them. They're super nice in person. They're just as nice as they are on the phone or over email. Very cool peeps. We got to meet Canada E-Juice. I got to meet a bunch of customers, which was really cool. Kind of just like walk in, I don't know who anybody is, but everybody knows who I am, which is really, really awkward.
It is. That's like we had there was a Edmonton meet a few weeks ago, and Mandy and Pixie Dust were there, and I walked in and Pixie was like looking at me like, "Hey," and I was like, "Yeah, who are you?" She's like, "It's Pixie." I was like, "Oh shit."
That's so funny.
It was awesome. I know exactly what you mean. Like people that know you and you have no idea who they are.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then they give me their names, and then it's like, you know, it's like
putting a face to a name. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that about meets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just putting the face to the name, or even like in my case when I went down there, all these people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm a customer. I've been buying cold turkey juice for months, right?"
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Oh, cool. You know, like what's your name?" And then like they say their name, and I recognize the name from the orders. You know what I mean? Like from like I have a really
nice
good memory like that. You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah.
All these people give me their names, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, these guys are like straight up customers. Like, what is up? Like everyday people. You know what I mean? Which was really cool. But yeah, it was funny. You know, because AK had the vape meet the same night, same time.
Yeah.
And we caught wind of Amber coming down pretty much last minute, and it was the only time that we could meet her. So we were kind of torn in between the two, but I figured I can see AK whenever I want. And, you know, since they came all the way and spent all this money and sponsored the show and, you know, worked together and all that, it was a must. It was a must to meet in person, and I don't regret it. We had a wicked time. Which if you know, if this is all confusing to you guys, you know, Amber is Apothecary, who is our sponsor, which is the logo that's right in front of the screen. Check them out on Facebook. They do have a Facebook group. They are a Canadian distributor of electronic cigarettes, you know, mods, very hard to get stuff, beautiful things. They got all kinds of juice too.
Yeah.
Check them out. They're definitely a player to watch out in the Canadian vaping game, as far as I'm concerned. Without further ado, let's give away something. We don't have anything fancy to give away tonight, except for some juice. So let's give away a bottle of juice here, if this ever works. My God, the lag on my end is terrible.
Yeah, mine too.
Here we go. Thunderhead, congratulations.
Thunderhead.
You won a 30 ml bottle of cold turkey juice, your choice of flavor and nick. Please send an email to coldturkeyjuice@gmail.com. And again, that's coldturkeyjuice@gmail.com. Please include your username, the one that you use here in the chat, also your real name, and all your shipping details, and I'd be more than happy to send that out to you. Congratulations, that's a 30 ml bottle, your choice, flavor, and nick. So yeah,
I highly recommend Silly Peach, because it's silly and peachy.
It is a very silly vape, it is. I get silly when I vape it. I do. You know what though, man? I over vaped Silly Peach, and I got scared. And I'm kind of going through withdrawal. I forbid myself from vaping it for at least another month. and hopefully when I come back to it, it'll be just as good as I remember it. You know?
Yeah.
So the show is coming to a close. You know what, people? I haven't really been paying attention to what's been happening in the world recently in vaping news. We've been so busy on our end. I mean,
bans everywhere.
Oh, really?
Well, Washington State. Did I mention that a couple of weeks ago? The 95% tax.
Yes.
That they're proposing. I watched the it was like an hour and a half of people talking to the council members or the Senate or whatever, whoever the heck it is in the States. I watched an hour and a half of people and their testimonials and stuff, and there was only one person there that was anti, and everyone like anti-ecig. Everyone else was just like from one of the owners of Mount Baker to different vendors from different shops down in Washington State. It was they were. I commend them for their eloquence and the way they were so passionate about it. It's if I had the guts to go up and talk in front of a giant committee like that, I would. But yeah.
That's 95%.
95% tax on all e-cigarette products. That's including mods.
Wow. That's insane.
And how do they enforce that? The other thing is, the other thing about that whole thing is it's going to kill every vendor in Washington State.
But that's the whole point.
Because why wouldn't people just order online then? You know?
Dude, that's the whole point, man. They're going to ban online sales too, dude. Watch. Just watch. Watch, man. Yo, that's why we're gearing up to open up a store, man. Because worst case scenario, they're going to ban online sales. You know what I mean? And you know what's really cool is that somehow our property manager is also a lawyer. You know, and as soon as we pitched the idea of electronic cigarette store, she was just like, that's not happening here. And I was like, well, you're a lawyer. Look it up. She called me back the next day, dude. When can we sign the papers?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nothing. Yeah. There's nothing. They can't do anything.
Yeah. Well, if they tax the crap out of it like they're planning to do in Washington State, then it's going to be tough.
Well, who knows, man?
Yeah.
95% tax. Wow.
Yeah.
That's trying to say something, though. You know what I mean? That's not like...
Yeah. Well, and that's before the FDA has even said anything about their deeming regulations. Like, they're like jumping the gun. And a few people brought that up, that the FDA does have deeming regulations. And that's exactly it. Evil? I'm going to call you evil. It's not tobacco. They want to lump it in with tobacco. It's not a medicinal thing.
Yeah, but Panic, you see, that's where there's a lot.
They need to create its own category, to be honest, in my opinion.
No, that's where it gets complicated, dude. That's where it gets really complicated. Is if the government is going to make its decision based on testing e-liquids that are already in the market, which they already have, they will find many e-cig or e-liquid manufacturers or e-liquids that do contain tobacco in them. Unfortunately. Dude. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because I know of a couple people, for a fact, I'm not just saying I know for a couple people because I want to say it, I know for a fact that people are steeping shisha tobacco in propylene glycol, filtering it out, and using that as a flavor. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, that's tobacco, that's carcinogens, that's arsenic, that's tar, that's every single bullshit fucking crap you can put in your lungs is going into e-liquid.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like everybody else says, it's the wild, wild west. Everybody's doing whatever the hell they want, whenever the hell they want it, and however the hell they see fit. So, you know what? You know what I say to them? I say, you know what? Keep doing that. Keep taking your e-juice, keep steeping real tobacco, and using that as a flavor. And keep using naturally extracted tobaccos, and the government will 100% take it away from us completely. Because nobody wants to play ball. Nobody wants to play along. Everybody wants to do their own thing on their own terms. which is absolute garbage. So if somehow all the vendors were able to communicate under a law that, you know, they need to abide by, or some type of regulation, I mean, that needs to happen. You know, as far as it being only available in pharmacies in the future, I don't think that's too far-fetched, man. I really don't think that that's too far-fetched.
Well,
those are controlled.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, so that let's hope it doesn't come to that, so that vendors such as yourself can keep their stores.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Evil woman. I don't even think it's too much the nicotine. What I'm talking about is naturally extracted tobacco. Like, think of it this way. In retrospect, what people are doing is go to the store, buy a pack of cigarettes, okay, cut the tube, empty out all the tobacco, and let that steep in propylene glycol, and then filter it out. And now that is an alcohol-based flavoring that you can add to a VG base and nicotine and create an ashtray e-juice tasting liquid. Okay, that e-liquid right there is just as bad as the cigarette.
Oh, for the first time in quite a while, I had somebody smoking next to me, like smoking a cigarette today, and it just, I almost wanted to vomit.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, dude. That, I mean, I get it every day, every single day.
But anyway, I think we're just about. Oh, awesome! Evil woman owns a vape shop in Nova Scotia, another place that's got deeming regulations and bans happening.
What's your vape shop called in Nova Scotia?
The End
Vapor Shop. Okay.
Awesome.
Haven't heard of it, so I take it you're not like on forums or anything like that, or?
I have heard of it.
Oh, have you?
I don't know where I heard it.
Have not heard of the End Vapor Shop, but very cool. Welcome. Glad to have you in the room. First time I see your name. And yeah. Yeah, that's, you know,
Good.
That's a story. Good. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, for sure.
And the national.
Yeah, that's probably where I saw your shop is on the news.
Very cool, very cool. Okay, well, it's 10 o'clock. That means our time is up. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is Beats and Clouds. We are live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Standard Eastern Time. 6 p.m. down in Panic's neck of the woods, which I don't even know where this guy lives. Where are you? In Edmonton? Edmonton,
yeah. You send me stuff from time to time. You would think you would know.
I know, right? Make sure to tune in. Make sure to tune in next week. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Apothecary, for hooking us up with all kinds of cool stuff. Check them out on Facebook. They are a Canadian distributor. Lots of really cool stuff over there. While you're at it, hit up YouTube and check out Subohm on Facebook and YouTube for hardware reviews and stuff, which is always cool.
More coming soon. I keep saying that, and I keep not uploading anything, but I think this week is going to be the week that I upload some more stuff. So,
good.
Thanks everybody for coming out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Panic, once again, pleasure.
Yeah, for sure.
And VapeStrong, people.